There is a specific reason why you have always felt like a stranger within your own bloodline, and why, as we move through the energies of this specific time, that feeling has intensified to a breaking point. You look around at the people who share your DNA, the people you grew up with, the friends you have known for decades, and you feel a distance that words cannot bridge. It is not just that you are different, it is that you are operating on a completely different frequency. You have spent years, perhaps decades, trying to dim your light to fit into their shadows, trying to shrink your soul to fit into rooms that were too small for you. But the time for shrinking is over. We are entering a period where the true nature of your spirit is being unveiled. You are not just a chosen one, you are bearing the signature of what ancient mystics and modern spiritualists call the Omega-level blueprint. Attention, you need to prepare now. I put together an exclusive resource for those who feel set apart for something greater, but live surrounded by noise, distractions, and mental overload. This is a 30-day journey that will transform your life. A guided path to armor your mind and prepare for what's coming with daily practices of focus, boundaries, and discipline. Stop negotiating with the noise. Learn to spot distractions before they control you, and strengthen your mind. Also available in an immersive audio version. Over 10 Youre readers have already transformed their lives through the 30-day journey. Thousands of people have already started this transformation. People like you who are tired of living in the fog. Ordinary people who decided to stop accepting mental chaos. Take advantage of this limited time offer only this month. Access your link just below in the pinned comment. This is not a title of ego. It is a classification of spiritual responsibility. And the hardest truth you will have to face is that your family, the very people who raised you, may not be equipped to handle the magnitude of who you are becoming. Before we go any further, I need you to take a deep breath. What we are about to discuss might trigger some deep-seated emotions regarding your childhood, your parents, and your siblings. It might explain the unexplainable loneliness you have felt at crowded family dinners. But understanding this is the key to your liberation. If you have ever felt like the black sheep, or the scapegoat, or the one who carries the emotional burden for everyone else, this message is your confirmation. Most people walk through life with a standard spiritual blueprint, a design meant for learning, experiencing, and growing within the confines of earthly rules. But the Omega-level soul is different. You were established before time. Your blueprint was not drawn up when you were born. It was encoded into the fabric of the universe long before your physical conception. This is why you have always felt ancient. Even as a child, you likely looked at the adults around you and felt like you were the oldest soul in the room. You understood things you shouldn't have understood. You felt pain that wasn't yours. This is the first sign of the Omega wiring, the spiritual paradox. You are a walking contradiction to the world, and especially to your family. You possess a terrifyingly ancient wisdom, yet you navigate the world with a childlike wonder and innocence that people often mistake for naivety. Your family might have looked at you and thought you were weak because you were sensitive, or they thought you were foolish because you trusted too easily. They didn't see that your sensitivity was not a weakness. It was a sophisticated radar system designed to detect frequencies they couldn't even fathom. You hold the pain of others gently, offering healing just by being present, yet you will fiercely oppose malevolent forces that threaten the innocent. This confuses people. They want to put you in a box. Are you soft or are you a warrior? The Omega soul is both. You are the lion and the lamb. Think about a time in your life when you faced immense adversity. Maybe it was a financial collapse, a health crisis, or a betrayal by someone close to you. By all logical standards, you should have been crushed. You should have become bitter, cynical, or broken. But you didn't. You retained your spiritual light. You kept your heart open. This resilience annoys people who live in lower frequencies. Your family members who are stuck in cycles of victimhood cannot understand how you survive the fire and come out not smelling of smoke. They might even resent you for it. They see your ability to bounce back not as a miracle, but as an insult to their own stagnation. This brings us to the second and perhaps most painful aspect of your existence, the spiritual surveillance and the family dynamic. Have you ever noticed that the moment you decide to improve your life, or the moment you have a spiritual breakthrough, chaos erupts in your family? Arguments start over nothing, old traumas are dug up. It feels like the moment you try to rise, invisible hands try to pull you back down. This is not a coincidence. Omega-level chosen ones are under constant spiritual surveillance. Darkness recognizes light often before the light recognizes itself. From the time you were born, there was likely a target on your back. You might have experienced trauma that was disproportionate to your age. Maybe you were the child who was always blamed, the one who was singled out for punishment, or conversely, the one who was completely invisible and neglected. This was early spiritual warfare. The unseen forces recognized your potential threat to the darkness. They used the people closest to you, your parents, your siblings, as unconscious vessels to try and break your spirit before you could fully awaken. It is heartbreaking to realize that your family members may have played a role in this suppression, but you must understand it is rarely conscious malice on their part. It is energetic incompatibility. When an Omega-level soul enters a family lineage that is heavy with generational curses, unhealed trauma, and karmic debt, your light acts as a harsh spotlight. You walk into a room, and without saying a word, your presence highlights everyone else's shadows. Your purity reminds them of their impurities. Your ambition reminds them of their failures. Your connection to the divine reminds them of their disconnection. And so they attack, they criticize, they mock your crazy ideas or your spiritual phases. They try to humble you because your magnificence makes them feel small. I want to pause here for a moment. If you are recognizing this pattern in your life, if you are seeing the faces of family members as I speak, I want you to type "I am awake" in the comments right now. Let this be your declaration that you see the game, and you are no longer playing by their rules. By engaging, you are signaling to the universe that you are ready to move from victimhood to authority. This leads us directly into the third sign, which explains why you can never just be normal like they want you to be. You have an assignment memory. You carry a sense of impending monumental purpose that you cannot shake. It's like a song stuck in your head that you can't quite remember the lyrics to, but you know the melody. You have this nagging feeling that you are running out of time, or that there is something massive you are supposed to be doing. Your family looks at you and says, "Why can't you just be happy with a 9 to 5? Why do you always have to dream so big? Why are you so intense?" They don't understand that for you, conformity is a slow death. You carry encrypted instructions in your DNA. These instructions are often deciphered later in life, usually after a period of intense isolation or upheaval. You attract intense circumstances because you are in a spiritual training ground. Those bad luck streaks you've had? That wasn't bad luck. That was boot camp. That was the universe toughening your skin and refining your discernment, because the level of spiritual authority you are about to step into requires a vessel that cannot be easily shattered. You see, your path is non-negotiable. This is the fourth distinction. Others can stagnate. Your brother or sister might be able to live the same year over and over again for 20 years and be content. But you? If you try to ignore your spiritual cues, if you try to settle for a life that is less than what you were designed for, your life will fall apart. You will be rerouted, broken, and rebuilt until you get back on track. Comfort cannot hold you because your assignment is too crucial. You are a multidimensional conduit for divine flow. When you rise, you elevate the lineage. When you heal backwards and forwards in your ancestry. But when you forget who you delay destinies. Not just yours, but the destinies of everyone you are meant to touch. Before I reveal the secret of your presence and how it physically alters reality, I need to ask you, have you ever walked into a room where people were arguing and suddenly they stopped? Or walked into a chaotic situation and felt a sudden calm wash over the group? Or conversely, have you walked into a room and felt instant hostility from people who don't even know you? This is the fifth sign, spiritual authority. You shift atmospheres. You don't have to try to do this. It is a byproduct of your Omega wiring. You are a thermostat, not a thermometer. A thermometer just reflects the temperature of the room. A thermostat changes it. Your family can't handle this because they can't control it. They sense a power in you that they cannot name. It intimidates them. This is why you might find that people either love you intensely or hate you instantly, with no middle ground. Your frequency forces people to choose a side. It forces the demons in others to manifest. You have likely had moments of vivid visions, dreams that came true, or divine insights that saved you from danger. You have a knowing that defies logic. This is your spiritual rank being acknowledged by the unseen realm. When you walk down the street, spirits, both high and low, turn to look. You are glowing on the astral plane. Your family might call you too sensitive or dramatic, but the truth is, you are perceiving reality at a higher frame rate than they are. You are picking up on the subtext, the energy, the unspoken intentions. This intensity often leads to the sixth sign. You were not meant to find a place, you were meant to be the compass. You have always been on the fringes of communities. You are too attuned for superficiality. Small talk feels physically painful to you. You crave depth. You crave truth. You have a divine clarity that questions falsehoods. This makes you dangerous to systems built on lies, including family systems. Every family has its secrets, its lies, its rug-sweeping mechanisms. You are the one who lifts the rug. You are the one who points out the elephant in the room. And for that, you are often punished. But you must understand your solitude is not a failure. It is a quarantine. The universe has often isolated you to protect your frequency from being contaminated by the groupthink of your environment. You are designed to challenge and recalibrate. When you feel lonely, reframe it. You are not alone. You are set apart. There is a massive difference. Now listen closely, because this next revelation is what ties everything together. It explains the strange fatigue you feel, the ringing in your ears, the sudden waves of emotion. You are a living portal. This is the seventh and most critical sign of the Omega-level chosen one. You function as a bridge between the physical and the spiritual realms. There are moments when the veil thins for you, during deep contemplation, during suffering, or during worship. In these moments, time seems to warp. An ancient power flows through you. You are not just believing in God or the universe, you are channeling that energy. Your words carry weight. Have you noticed that when you say something will happen, it often does? Or when you give advice, it cuts straight to the core of the person's soul? Your family feels this, even if they deny it. They feel the weight of your silence. They feel the demand for clarity that radiates from you. This is why they project their insecurities onto you. They are trying to bring you down to a manageable level. They want the old you, the one they could control, the one who played the role they assigned. But that version of you is dead. The Omega implies the end, but it also implies the ultimate. You are the culmination of your lineage's struggle for light. You are the one who made it through. You are the one who broke the cycle. And yes, it came at a cost. It cost you your comfort. It cost you relationships. It might have even cost you your relationship with your parents or siblings. But look at what you have gained. You have gained a soul that is unbreakable. You have gained a connection to the source that is direct and unfiltered. So what do you do now? How do you handle a family that cannot handle you? First, you must stop seeking water from empty wells. Stop going to your family for validation, understanding, or support that they are incapable of giving. It is like going to a hardware store and getting angry that they don't sell milk. They don't have it. Accept that they are on their own journey, and their soul capacity may be different from yours. Release the expectation that they will one day get it. They might not, and that is okay. Second, you must protect your energy fiercely. If you are an Omega-level soul, your energy is high-octane fuel. Do not let it be siphoned off by drama, petty arguments, or guilt trips. Set boundaries. If you have to leave the dinner table, leave. If you have to limit phone calls, limit them. You are the guardian of a very rare frequency. It is your duty to protect it. Third, embrace your flaws. The intensity they criticized, that's your passion. The sensitivity they mocked, that's your intuition. The visionary nature they called unrealistic, that is your prophecy. These are not defects, they are your weapons. Society and your family tried to suppress your fire because they were afraid it would burn the house down. But you know that the fire is meant to burn down the structures that no longer serve the divine purpose. We are in a time of great revealing. The energy of February is pushing everything to the surface. You might feel a pressure in your chest, a restlessness in your spirit. This is the birthing pains of your next level. Do not fear it. The isolation you have felt was the chrysalis. You are about to emerge. You need to understand that your presence alone is doing the work. You don't need to preach to your family. You don't need to convert them. You just need to be. When you stand fully in your Omega identity, when you stop apologizing for your power, the dynamic shifts. They will either rise to meet you or they will fall away. Either way, you are free. I want you to think about the interactions you have planned for this week. Think about the phone calls, the meetings. Visualize yourself surrounded by a pillar of light that nothing can penetrate. You are not seeking approval anymore. You are bringing the atmosphere. You are the thermostat. There are thousands of others like you. You might feel alone in your physical environment, but spiritually, you are part of a massive army of light that is waking up all over the globe right now. We are finding each other. We are recognizing the codes in one another. If this message has stirred something in your soul, if you felt a shiver down your spine or a warmth in your chest, that is your resonance. That is your soul saying, finally, someone speaks my language. Do not let this moment pass. Solidify this awakening. Like this video to signal to the algorithm that you want more truth and less distraction. Share this with that one friend who you know is struggling with their family. You might just save their sanity today. And most importantly, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. We are building a community of Omega-level souls here, and I don't want you to miss the next transmission. The training is just beginning. The veil is thinning. Your assignment is activating. You are the chosen one. You are the cycle breaker. You are the Omega. Stand tall. Your family doesn't have to understand you for you to be valid. God knows you. The universe knows you. And now you know yourself. Walk in that truth today. I will see you in the next video. Welcome back to the transmission. If you are here, it is because the resonance of the Omega frequency called you back. You felt the truth in your bones. And now you are ready for the deeper instruction. We have established that you are the cycle breaker, the anomaly in the genetic line. But realizing this is only the first step. The hardest part, the part that keeps most people awake at 3 a.m., staring at the ceiling, is dealing with the fallout of that realization. It is the immense, crushing weight of the guilt, the confusion, and the strange, almost magnetic pull to go back to the very toxicity you just escaped. Why does that happen? Why, when you finally decide to heal, does the chaos in your family seem to get worse? Before I explain exactly why the darkness spikes right before the dawn, I need you to take a deep breath. Ground yourself in this moment. What I'm about to share combines advanced metaphysics with the hard science of family systems theory. This is the missing key that explains why you feel like you are fighting a gravity that no one else can see. You see, a family is not just a group of people sharing DNA. A family is a single living organism. In biology and systems theory, we know that every organism has one primary directive: homeostasis, survival through sameness. The system wants to maintain its current temperature, its current vibration, even if that vibration is toxic, abusive, or limited. It doesn't care if the water is dirty. It only cares that the water level stays the same. Enter you, the omega, the variant. When you start to heal, when you start to raise your frequency, you are no longer playing your assigned role in that organism. You are like a cell in a body that has suddenly decided to stop being sick. To the rest of the body, to the rest of the family system, you do not look like a healer. You look like a threat. You look like a virus. This is why their reaction is so visceral and often irrational. They are not attacking you logically. They are attacking you biologically. They are trying to force the system back into homeostasis. This is known as the change-back maneuver. Have you ever noticed that the moment you get a promotion, start a new healthy diet, or find a partner who actually treats you well, a family member will suddenly create a crisis? Your mother gets sick, your sibling starts a massive argument over nothing, or your father makes a passive-aggressive comment that deflates your joy instantly. This is not a coincidence. This is an energetic reflex. They are unconsciously sensing that you are unplugging from their energy grid, and they are creating a surge of drama to hook you back in. They need your reaction to feed the old dynamic. But here is the secret that changes everything. They are not feeding on your failure. They are feeding on your light. Think about that. If you were truly useless, if you were truly the black sheep with no value, they would ignore you. They wouldn't care what you do. But they are obsessed with you. They monitor your moves. They critique your choices. They demand your attention. Why? Because you are the battery. You are the generator for a lineage that has run out of its own power. You are metabolizing the trauma for the whole group. You are the one feeling the emotions they are too terrified to feel. You are the one dreaming the dreams they killed in themselves decades ago. This is a heavy burden, I know. I can feel the exhaustion in your spirit as I say this. You have been carrying the emotional luggage of parents, grandparents, and ancestors who refuse to unpack their own bags. But the era of the sin eater is over. You are no longer required to consume their poison to keep them comfortable. So how do we move from realization to actual liberation? It requires a surgical procedure on your soul. We have to cut the etheric cords. But wait, before we get to the technique, there is a dangerous trap I must warn you about. It is the trap of spiritual guilt. This is the weapon they will use against you when the anger doesn't work. You will hear phrases like, "But we are family. After all I did for you." Or the most insidious one, "You think you're better than us now." Let's address that last one. You think you're better than us? This is a projection of their own inferiority complex. When you shine, it casts a shadow on their stagnation. They see your growth, and instead of being inspired, they feel judged. Not because you are judging them, but because your very existence is a mirror reflecting what they could have been if they had been brave enough to face their own demons. Do not lower your vibration to make them feel comfortable. If you dim your light, you are not helping them. You are just joining them in the dark, and two people lost in the dark cannot find the exit. One must hold the torch. You are the torchbearer. Now let's talk about the practical application of this. How do you interact with them without losing your mind? You need to master the art of benevolent detachment. This is different from ignoring them. Ignoring is an active resistance, It still takes energy. Benevolent detachment is a state of neutrality. It is the grey rock method elevated to a spiritual practice. Imagine you are a scientist observing a species in the wild. When you go to that family dinner or when you answer that phone call, you are putting on your lab coat. You are observing behaviors, not absorbing emotions. When your mother criticizes your appearance, instead of getting hurt, you mentally note, subject is projecting insecurity about aging. When your brother mocks your career, you note, subject is displaying envy due to lack of personal fulfillment. You do not engage. You do not explain. You do not defend. The moment you defend yourself, you have lost. Why? Because defense implies that their attack has validity. It implies that their opinion matters to your reality. It does not. You are operating in a different dimension of consciousness. You speak a language they have not learned. Stop trying to explain quantum physics to toddlers. Love them, bless them, but do not hand them the keys to your emotional state. I want you to try a challenge this week. The next time a family member tries to bait you into an argument or a guilt trip, I want you to pause for 3 seconds. Count them. 1, 2, 3. In that silence, visualize a wall of mirrored glass between you and them. Their words hit the glass and reflect back to them. Then respond with a neutral statement. I hear that you feel that way. That is an interesting perspective. I will think about that. These phrases are Teflon. Nothing sticks to them. You will be amazed at how quickly they lose interest when they cannot get a rise out of you. They are looking for fuel. If the pump is dry, they will stop squeezing the handle. But there is a deeper layer here, one that science is just beginning to understand. We are talking about epigenetics and morphogenetic fields. Rupert Sheldrake, a brilliant biologist, proposed that invisible fields organize biological systems. Families share a specific morphic field. It's like a shared cloud drive of memories, habits, and traumas. When you break the cycle, you are literally rewriting the code of that field. You are not just freeing yourself, you are clearing the path for the generations coming after you. If you have children, or if you plan to, listen to me closely. This is the most important part of this video. The work you are doing right now, the tears you are crying, the boundaries you are setting. This is the shield that protects your children from inheriting the same dysfunction. You are the firewall. The trauma stops with you. The abuse stops with you. The poverty mindset stops with you. You are paying the karmic debt of 100 years so that your children can be born with a clean slate. Does that give you strength? Does that make the lonely nights worth it? It should. Because you are not just a survivor, you are an ancestor in training. Future generations will look back at your name in the family tree and say, that is where the light came back in. That is the one who turned the tide. I know some of you are thinking, but I feel so alone. I have no one. Let me reframe that for you. You are not alone, you are in solitude. There is a massive difference. Loneliness is the poverty of self. Solitude is the richness of self. The universe has placed you in isolation for a reason. It is the quarantine period required for the upgrade. You cannot download the new software while you are still connected to the old, corrupted server. This solitude is your cocoon. Inside the chrysalis, the caterpillar literally dissolves into a soup before it reassembles into a butterfly. It is messy, it is gooey, it feels like dying, but it is the only way to get wings. You are in the goo phase right now. Do not rush it, do not try to force the wings open before they are ready. While you are in this phase, you must seek your true tribe, the soul family. These are the people who recognize you instantly. You don't have to explain your jokes to them. You don't have to justify your sensitivity. The connection is effortless. And here is the beautiful law of attraction. The more you embody your true Omega self, the more you repel the wrong people and attract the right ones. You have been surrounded by people who loved your mask. Now you will find the people who love your soul. I want to address a specific symptom many of you have mentioned in the comments of previous videos. The physical fatigue, the ascension flu. You wake up tired even after 8 hours of sleep. You have random aches. You feel a buzzing in your ears. Listen to me. You are processing massive amounts of energy. Your nervous system is being rewired to handle a higher voltage of light. Think of your body like an old house that was wired for 110 volts. Suddenly, the universe is pumping 220 volts through you. If you don't upgrade the wiring, the fuses will blow. This is why self-care is not a luxury for you. It is a survival strategy. You need more water than the average person. You need more time in nature. You need to stay away from processed foods and violent media. You are a high-performance vehicle now. You cannot run on cheap fuel. The next revelation might shock you. It is about the concept of forgiveness. We are taught that we must forgive our family to heal, but the traditional definition of forgiveness, saying it's okay and letting them back in, is dangerous for an Omega. True forgiveness, attention, you need to prepare now. I put together an exclusive resource for those who feel set apart for something greater, but live surrounded by noise, distractions, and mental overload. This is a 30-day journey that will transform your life. A guided path to armor your mind and prepare for what's coming with daily practices of focus, boundaries, and discipline. Stop negotiating with the noise. Learn to spot distractions before they control you. And strengthen your mind. Also available in an immersive audio version. Over 10 Youre readers have already transformed their lives through the 30-day journey. Thousands of people have already started this transformation. People like you who are tired of living in the fog. Ordinary people who decided to stop accepting mental chaos. Take advantage of this limited time offer only this month. Access your link just below in the pinned comment.